Slowly but surely, YouTube is trying to take my channel down. We talk about magic mushrooms, psilocybin, mental health, and all types of things that will help you go from any type of mental health issues to feeling really, really great every single day. But YouTube does not agree. They don't want me to talk about it, and it could be a big problem moving forward. I'm going to explain it to you right now. Hey there, how are you? I'm Dr. Dave, Microdose U. You probably, or you could be wondering where I've been over the past many weeks. I've not responded to comments, questions, haven't put a bunch of videos up like I used to do. Well, I've got a little bit of an issue. I need to tell you it's super important. YouTube does not like me, or really anybody, talking about magic mushrooms, psilocybin, or anything that they deem unacceptable, because in many areas it is against the law. Now, depending on where you live in the world or in this country, I'm broadcasting from the United States right now, psilocybin has been decriminalized, or it is legal in certain areas. So I guess YouTube, I don't know, I'm not sure their reasoning, but they feel that they need to be like the speech police, and we're not allowed to exercise our First Amendment rights. I mean, by me talking about magic mushrooms, I really cannot believe that it's hurting anybody, doing any damage to anybody or anything or anything like that. If anything, and I'm positive of this because I'm just relating my story over the past close to 2 years, how I went from being very anxious and depressed and had some PTSD and all these crazy things that I was on pharmaceuticals for. And once I started microdosing magic mushrooms, I was able to get off of all that medication, and I feel like a brand new person every single day. And this has been the best thing I've ever done for my mental and actually for my physical health also. Psilocybin happens to be an anti-inflammatory. I used to have like pain in my elbows and my joints and my muscles. And although I can't say my pain level is down to zero at this point, because very few people walk around with zero pain, it's greatly lessened. And I really attribute that to the anti-inflammatory properties of psilocybin. But YouTube has gotten a hold of some of my videos from the past. Nothing that I've recorded lately, but from the past. They dig deep into my library, and somehow they gave me a warning at one point because I made a video about what was it about? It was about making a magic mushroom smoothie, and they didn't like that. I mean, I could talk about different things, but for some reason they didn't like me talking about how to use magic mushrooms in a smoothie. So they gave me a strike. They gave me a warning. And then I'm very careful with my content. I really try not to go against their guidelines. But about a month or two ago, they dug up a video deep into my library that was on, what was it on? It was on how to make psilocybin tea. And they gave me a strike. They gave me a community strike. And what that means is I was not allowed to, for a certain period of time, I was not allowed to post videos, publish videos, edit videos, comment, make polls, posts, anything like that. I was not allowed to do anything. Which got me thinking, YouTube kind of has me by the you-know-whats. They're grasping, they're squeezing, and they're squeezing hard, and I don't know what the future of this channel is going to be like. I'm putting my heart and soul into this, and I've shared this subject and this topic with so many people over the past couple of years, and I know I've helped a lot of people, but YouTube somehow doesn't like that, and they're trying to squeeze me out. Not only the warning and the strikes, but it's totally up to YouTube's algorithm. Once I publish a video, how many people it goes to in their feed, how many people see it. And for a while we were doing quite well. I mean, it was never like a superstar channel where, I'm not talking about millions of views, nothing like that. And I don't need that. But I do want to get out to some people to help them. And it was doing really well. But then more recently, YouTube has like throttled me down somehow. And only a handful of people see videos now that I publish. And that's why I just haven't been doing much. And it's really heartbreaking to me because I had such a great following of people here that kind of hung on to every word and asked great questions and were with me. I felt like we were like developing a really cool community, and YouTube kind of came in and they're trying their best to wipe it out. So it's really tough. I'm struggling with this. One thing I am doing that I want to alert you or make you aware of is that my audio podcast channel is still going pretty well. It seems like Apple and Spotify and all those platforms don't really seem to censor, and they don't really have these rules like YouTube has. I mean, I get it. It's YouTube's platform. They can do whatever they want. But, it's also Apple's platform with audio podcasts and Spotify and iHeartRadio and, all of those audio channels. But they don't seem to really throttle you or censor or things like that YouTube does. It's been really, really disheartening. So the audio podcast is going strong, and I want to make you aware of that. And if you want to still get all my information and be able to be in touch with me, I would suggest you going over to it's on Apple Podcasts or really wherever you get your podcasts. All you have to do, and I'll put some links in the description. The show description here. But basically either go on Apple, Spotify, I believe probably iHeart, anywhere you get your podcast, and just do a search for Microdose U. And it's the letter U spelled out, of course. Microdose, the letter U, Microdose U. And I'll come up and you can listen to me there. And I put out 2 shows every week. At least now that's what I'm doing, putting out 2 shows every single week. And everything's updated, and I'm getting some great information to you guys and answering questions. And that's kind of where I see the future of my show going, because I don't have the time and energy to play games with YouTube either. I mean, they do what they do, and I've got to play by their rules, and it just makes it very difficult for me to get this information out to you. And I don't have time to fight it or play games. That's why I'm taking everything I've got over onto the audio side, audio podcast. Same name, Microdose U. But just catch me over there, and hope to connect with you. And hope we can just keep moving forward and helping people out. I've got so many new things to share with you guys since I posted my last video. So many. And one of them is about me microdosing every single day. Right now it's going on about 70 days, something like that, approximately 70 days, a little over 2 months. And I'm going to do a totally separate show on this, and it's going to definitely be on my audio side, the audio podcast. But it's something that has really upped the game of microdosing to the next level. It's done some things for me that microdosing has not done in the past. And although I'm a tremendous fan of the microdosing, and it worked almost right out of the box, if that makes sense, out of the box. But dosing every day has definitely taken this to the next level, and I'm going to share my entire experience with you guys. So anyway, that's what I have to say. I'm not saying I'm never going to post any more videos here. I'll come on when I feel it's appropriate, when I can. But the vast majority of my work is going to be on the audio side of the podcasting side. Apple, Spotify, iHeart. I think I'm saying iHeart, but I'm pretty sure. I hope. If you don't find it on iHeart, just look on something. Just do it. Do a Google search. Again, I'll have some links in the description, but do a Google search for Microdose U podcast. It has to come up. It'll have to come up. Or Microdose U podcast, and you can put my name, David Maddow. It'll come up. Anyway, that's what I'm going to share with you guys. It's not great news, but we're going to make the best of it. We are. Talk to you soon. Kisses. Love you. And see you over on the audio side. Take it easy.